dance with the fairies, ride the unicorns, swim with the mermaids, and let's go chase a rainbow. Hi, I'm Gabby and welcome back to another edition of the Fragrantician, where if you believe life is a fairy tale itself, then you've switched on to the right channel. So in today's video, it's all about enchantment, fairies, unicorns, mermaids, rainbows, everything that I love in life. Let's face it, a mermaid is what I'm all about. So if that's you, then keep on watching. So let's go from the most inexpensive to the most expensive, if we're looking at perfumes price range. However, let's not forget, whatever the price, you don't have to pay the piper. And as a sideline, remember, those who don't believe in magic will never find it. So come on, let's go find it. What I'm going to talk about is Anais Premier Delice. I could have chosen the original Anais or Anais, as some people like to call it, but this is the more modern, up-to-date version. This is just whimsical, magical. To me, this is a perfect, innocent, sweet little fairy, and I love it. The bottle and the packaging is divine. This is 100 ml. It has notes of pear and cocoa and sweetness and delight, sugar and spice and all things nice. It's inoffensive. It's probably the safest one out of all of the bunch, I would say, if you're looking for a safe, inexpensive perfume which is under £40 for 100 mils. Now we're talking, actually on some sites it's under £30, so go for it. It's just pear and cocoa and sweetness. I've got to spray just a little bit. This is incredibly sweet, a little bit floral as well. There's some florals in there, but the fruits and the sweetness just come out to play in that forest. So Anais Premier Delice de Cacharel, the most innocent, snuggly little fairy that you want in your life. This next one is by Cacharel, but it is more nefarious. It's slightly more darker. Yes, my beloved Eden. This is old school. This is, and the reason why I've got this box is because look at it. It's just, you would imagine what a magical fairy forest kingdom to be like, with unicorns and fairies just riding around on each other. I love the box. If I keep the box, it's because I like it, and this is first edition Cacharel. I have a backup bottle. Yes, I have a backup bottle. I also have the updated formula behind me as well, which I do love. I do like them both. However, this is more about mimosa. It is the rind of the fruit. It is patchouli. It's darker. I don't need to smell this. This is strong. I mean, the bottle is... What's your take on the bottle? I have mixed feelings about the bottle. Part of me loves it and part of me doesn't, because I don't know, it's just very strange. Cacharel are weird in some of their bottles though. I mean, do you remember Scarlet? That was a very ornate bottle. But anyway, back to Eden. This is slightly darker. It's not as sweeter. It's ripe fruits, but the fruits are slightly decaying. It is the fairy, the unicorn, the mermaid in you that just teeters on a bit of darkness. The more nefarious fairy. There is a much more nefarious fairy in this collection though. By nefarious I mean darker and much more gothic fairy, I would say. This is for the wannabe goth fairy. People say, oh my god, I can't wear that. That is just too challenging. Hey, this isn't challenging for me. And it's not challenging for Claude. This is a perfume that is wearable, in my opinion. Eden by Cacharel. You like it or you loathe it. Wear it if you dare. Next one is probably the last of the least expensive. It's the most inexpensive one. It's the last one, and that is Cabotine by Gres, which this is just fairies that conjure up mysteriousness, yet they have a life of their own. It's potent, it's strong, and even the reformulated version today is still very strong. I mean, you look at that and you think, that's just green. If you imagine a green forest, this is it. It's a green forest on steroids. It's the forest that grows all around Sleeping Beauty's castle. This is what I describe this as, and it's ginger lily, but it's so potent. It's absolutely beautiful in my opinion, and again, it's a love or a hate by some. It is like Eden, vintage, old school, whereas the first one wasn't old school. The first one was much more sweet. This has a dense bouquet of florals in it, and it's only a little bit sweet. I would say this is even much more, I would say Eden is more wearable than this. This, out of the first three I'm talking about, are probably, this is the most challenging one. But if you can get over that opening and you become that magical fairy, Cabatine is a winner. I actually wanted to just give an honourable mention. Still got a little sample of it which I'm using up, Dryad, which I think is probably the most magical chypre fairy type scent, but it is like leaves rustling at the bottom of a tree, and as darkness falls, this conjures up all types of magic. It's moths flying in the air and dancing in the air, and you close your eyes and you believe in magic, and you believe in an inner being within yourself. This is what Dryad is to me by Papillon. It is narcissus and oak moss and cedar, and it wasn't a love at first sniff, but as it's grown on me before Christmas, I am buying this as a full bottle, because this is just the queen of those fairy scents. Now the next one is Yvresse by Yves Saint Laurent, which this is rose and violet. I always feel that rose and violet together creates powderiness, creates sprinkling of fairy dust, angel dust, and this is what this does. This sparkles. If Tinkerbell was a scent, this would be it. This has a little bit of patchouli in, but it has lychee and nectarine in to give it some zestiness, some that, you know, when you're peeling a nectarine and you feel a little bit of that tartness just as you bite into it, and then the flesh of it. This is what this is. Combined with the rose and the violet, it's like rosy, powdery, violet, nectarine dust with a little bit of earthiness just in there with the patchouli. Yvresse, Yves Saint Laurent, your champagne Tinkerbell scent. Let's face it, Angel's Dust had to be in the collection. It's a black fairy. You might think this is a good fairy, but this is a fairy with black wings and just looks at you and says, hello, I'm here, I'm here. All coy and innocent, and then the bite. This is what this fragrance does for me. There's a bit of black pepper in here, which I detect in the opening, but it is what I call Good Girl Gone Bad fragrance. Killian Good Girl Gone Bad? No, she never went bad. This girl was Good Girl Gone Bad, in my opinion. This is feathers that just fall at your feet, and you think it's so pretty, and you pick up the dust, and wow, you get a bite in there. This is what Angel's Dust is. It's your black swan of the ballet. It is get some powder on, put some paint on, face the world, stand tall, be confident, and you'll rock Angel's Dust. I probably would say are the most feminine out of all of these scents, although anyone can wear this. But there's a bit of iris in there, there's some butteriness, there's a little bit of rose, sprinkling of that dust, and you've got Angel's Dust. And finally, I have to include the mermaid scent, as I call it. That is Amouage by Figment by Amouage. It's just, you want to dive into that ocean, swim with the mermaid. Back to Amouage and Figment. This is probably like Gres, Cabotine or Eden by Cacharel. This is those two and this are probably not blind buys. Smell them first. This is a siren, a mermaid siren, beckoning to the sailors on the Lorelei Rock in the River Rhine in Germany. Yes, you get the picture. She's that woman. She's... I can't sing. I can't sing. But she's that, you know, doing her spiel. And the sailors, she just beckons towards the sailors, and then she envelops the sailors with her mermaid tail and just, yeah, this is what Figment is doing. Believe you me, this is no figment of your imagination. This is... to me, this is a fairy tale, a dark fairy tale, where you just feel the rotting flesh in the sea. Yes, what an image this conjures up to me. But this, it doesn't really have any sweetness. It has this, it takes you on a journey. This fragrance is not a linear scent by no means. It is spices combined with florals, combined with earthiness, and it feels like it has an aquatic quality about it. But it is a dark, gothic, fairy tale, mermaid scent. Amouage Figment. Stunning. And a siren of a scent. So if I had to choose a top three, one for a unicorn, one for a mermaid, and one for a fairy, my unicorn scent would go to Anais Premier Delice, for its sweetness, for its unicorn scent. My fairy scent, my number one fairy scent, which was very hard, it was either going to be Eden, but this one, Dryad by Papillon. Love you. And then my mermaid scent would be Figment by Amouage. Definitely the Gothic Mermaid, the Lorelei Rock. Actually, I love that name, Lorelei. I do. But anyway, back to the perfumes. What is your favourite unicorn? What is your favourite mermaid? And what is your favourite fairy magic fairytale scent? I would love to see your comments, so comment down below. So when someone gets you down, just spread your fairy wings and fly. Fly, my pretties. Till the next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.